against Aurora PMS. These players have already faced each other inside the winners, inside the winners bracket, and Aphrodite kind of wrecked Aurora. There was not much that Aurora could actually do. Aurora tried to go for some weird baneling busts and everything, and Aphrodite just was having none of it. Did a nice bit of pressure with Marines and Hellions. They even played on this map also. Like there was this is the first map I think of that series too. The Marines and Hellions were doing a lot of damage to her, forcing I think it was Shattered Temple was the first map. I don't know. There's been a lot of games today. We've seen a couple of TVZs and a lot of CVZs. And Aphrodite basically does the same strategy in every single TVZ. Pokes forward with Marines and Hellions, does damage, forces lings instead of drones, hopefully, unless you're Sakura, in which case you get to go ahead and not take any damage and then win and crush with roaches. Because of the fact that Aphrodite really seems to emphasize going for those mechy units. Lot of Hellions early on. She really does not go for a lot of siege tanks earlier on. The only map that she actually did that was on Tal'Darim Altar in her games against the Sakura. That's where she was able to that was where she was really able to start getting the tank count up. It was better earlier on, but then Sakura was able to do a lot of drops and move in, and then just completely expand everywhere, do damage, and just have really good solid roach management against the mech of Aphrodite, and it worked out quite well. So now we get to see what these players are going to be doing. We do see that Aurora did get a nice early hatch and a later spawning pool. In fact, I kind of want to say it's a greedy later spawning pool because of the fact that it's now cross-spawned. You can kind of get away with it, and the fact that Aphrodite doesn't really do any kind of 2-racks kind of things. It's basically unconventional Marine Hellion expansion play from Aphrodite. I mean, it's definitely strong. It's working out for her quite well. We do see her getting down the factory next, and we'll see her probably continuing to produce Marines and not going for the reactor, doing the classic swap for the reactor to Hellion expansion. Just as a note. Now, she's scouting. She's going to see this cross spawn, and we're going to watch what Aurora's going to do, because I highly doubt she's going to be baneling busting again in this series. Still, guys, go ahead and do a couple of things for me and the girls of StarCraft. Go ahead and go to facebook.com/IronLadyESL, Twitter.com, no, it's facebook.com/ESLIronLady, Twitter.com @IronLadyESL, and IronLadySE2.com, and really show some thanks, some support, and just basic points, props, and happiness in life for these girls as they play some incredible StarCraft. We're going to move forward, and we're going to watch as we do see Aphrodite moving forward with these Marines. Where's that Hellion? There's the Hellion. Going to be not far behind. Another Hellion is going to be pushing forward. Going to be aggressive in the face of all this, and my ear all of a sudden is really, really itchy. And now we're going to have all the moving forward, trying to do a little bit of aggression, but Aurora has got a spine crawler in the front. Perhaps she saw the Sakura with the timing of this, and now going to be able to be pretty much well defended against that. Still, Aphrodite is quite the formidable player. We're going to see Banshee. Oh, she's getting a medevac. Ah, she's not going for the Banshees. Deviation! Deviation. That's so good to see. You could be seeing elevator play on this map easily. Any of these areas can move in. Maybe even going like loading up over here and then dropping down there, doing something like that. Try to be aggressive. We do see that she's got vision of this high ground. Knows that the spine crawler is up there without a doubt. We can already see that she's got nice vision of that. Wait, is it continuing? We got a tackle down. Did the medevac finish? The medevac finished! And then there's going to be Banshees. The medevac should be on the way. There it is. Loading up all those Marines. They're going to be able to load up over here. We have the Hellions on the high ground. And we can see that she's already queued up to pick up the Hellions the second that these Marines are dropped. And there it is. They all load up. And oh, 4 Hellions are going to be able to load in. And it seems that Aurora is aware of this, but this is still hard to deal with. Drones only were in production. The Roach War is not even done yet. And this is going to be really bad news. So Aphrodite's got a lot of aggressive capabilities right now. You can see her moving in really, really really powerfully. A lot of Hellions are ready to go ahead and punish this. They can easily move in and go straight for the mineral line too right now. We can see that Aurora is not actually pulling away her drones. She's just kind of relying on those queens. There we go. Now they're in there, but still they are completely bunched up. We could see Russian, but the queens are really being targeting. Lair tech is there. It's almost done, but all these drones have been forced to go to the natural expansion. Will they return, or will Aphrodite continue killing off an extractor? Now the pool's going down. That's a much better target. Her command center is almost done now. This looks like the spawning pool is really going to be falling. Unless those links get a nice position. We can see them pushing in. There we go. Getting a nice surround, but will the spawning pool get targeted down? Oh my god, no. No. Banshee's here though. That's going to be able to kill that. So the Banshee is now here. This queen will fall, and this spawning pool should be the next target. It's so close to dying. There we go. Now one more shot, and bye. But Roach Warren is out. Spawning pool is being remade. Roach Warren can definitely mean that we're gonna have some nice units. But actually, I've always wanted this question answered. You can still build the Hydra Den and everything, and all those lair tech buildings without the spawning pool alive. That's something I've always wanted to know. I've never actually been able to really look. But no spine crawlers can be made, no Bentley nest, and no additional Roach Warren, which is fine. I don't really want additional Roach Warren. But this expansion is now basically up. We have one Hellion here. We'll be forming the wall, but this is going to get stopped by the Ling. You can see there it does get stopped. We have enough Hellions in there that no amount of Lings are going to be able to attack up this choke, because they'll just go ahead and continuously die. Looks like this Banshee's about to fall. Oh my god, it's not going to fall because the Roach stopped the Queen from actually being able to get off the next shot, so that's actually really unfortunate in that respect. Alright, so a lot of SCVs are out. We can see that the worker count is really good for Aphrodite. 37 SCVs to 47 drones is not bad at all at this point in time, especially considering Aphrodite was going for the Banshee play and everything. She did get the command center, but the Banshee is right now busy almost dying to that Spore Crawler. That's unfortunate. 2 more shots and that would have gone down, and Spore Crawlers attack rather quickly. This forward wants to do a nice job of defending everything. Aurora is really trying hard to push in and deal a lot of damage, but we can see that or all those Banshees. This is something that Aurora is going to have a very hard time dealing with. Aphrodite, it almost seems like a trademark to her play that we've seen, is the Banshee above the possible expansions to kill off the drones before they can actually put down the hatchery and delay the expansions like that. It's incredibly effective, so well done over there. So now we can see that Aurora is being forced to take her third at this in-base one. Hellions will scout this. They're going to move in, they see the expansion, they see those units, and they just pull back. Looks like they're going to take a few shots off at this, and then need to retreat because of these roaches. So Aurora is looking to be pretty solid at the moment. We've got a missile turret out there in the front. Orbital Command getting out a lot of those good old SCVs. Engineering Bay is out, but no upgrades have been started. It's just been utilized for the missile turrets and the enabling of those. I mean, there's no reason to get upgrades when you go mech, and we see that Aphrodite's got 1, 2, 3 factories out. Getting out the siege mode, the Infernal Preigniter seems to already have been completed, and the Thors are going to be there to defend against those mutas. Still, Aurora has actually not gone for mutas. She's going for the Infestors, which is an interesting choice. I guess Infestor Roach could be very good against mech if she lands those fungals. Maybe wants to neural parasite something or the other, but at the moment we just have creeping spread and moving forward happily. So barracks is now floating around, not doing much of anything. But the third base for Aphrodite is going down at the Nook and Cranny one. It's going to get scouted instantaneously by this Ling and this Overseer, pretty much at the same time. But now we have all of those SCVs pushing forward. This guy holding the minerals will probably get taken out. Yep, this fall. That was unfortunate because that SCV was holding those. Oh my god! How did the Overseer survive? 4 health was on that for a second. That missile turret did not get that kill. Refinery is suitably delayed, but it does get put down with another SCV, so that's going to be mine shortly. These Banshees are continuing to do a little bit of damage. They're not exactly dying, though. They're still at 3. They're pushing forward, being aggressive. They've got to be careful, though, but now they've got basically a free period of time where they can just kill all these drones, but for some reason they're not. Instead, they're attacking everything but drones. Looks like the hurt Banshee was taken out quite easily. This other Banshee's going to fall, and looks like Aurora will manage to save that queen. Nice job. Very, very nice job. Alright, so now this Overseer is still just sitting there. So we're counts 76 drones and 62 SCVs. Good count for both players. Right now, Aurora is getting down that spire in the back of that base. Still, the siege tank count, the Hellion count, the Thor count is a little bit scary. By a little bit scary, I mean very, very scary, especially because Aphrodite has more food than Aurora. That's not anywhere near where you want to be. Oh, that's unfortunate for that on so many levels. But somehow that creep team manages to stay alive. That's ridiculous. Now we're going to have all of these Hellions push forward, possibly take out this entire expansion's worth of drones if they really want to. Right now they're just going to go ahead and try and engage you guys. Single Roach inside this Overlord. Where is the Overlord Q2? I have no idea, but Roaches are moving in, attacking. Maybe you want to hit this undefended natural expansion. Just a few Hellions are moving forward. These are very damaged Roaches, and the Siege Tank splash. Look at that Siege Tank's going to having a field day in terms of killing off whatever it wants to. Then Overseer still is chilling inside the space. We do have a single Marine and a Hellion. I guess they're going to push forward and try and do some damage over there. Still, Roaches are going in piecemeal, and there's a GG Heart from Aurora. 1-0 for Aphrodite for the start of this best of 3.